Good afternoon. No, good evening. It is evening. Welcome to game number 2 for GosuLeague Division 2, Season 4, game number 2, DPP versus Infernity, or otherwise known as Pure Heart Dota versus Infernity Gaming. And like I said, game number 2, because game number 1 was taken by DPP in, well, after mid-game, fairly convincing manner. They had team fight and they made sure that they were always together, so every time Infernity tried to do something, they were team fought, and they didn't have that, so they lost. And now we're gonna see what they're gonna do against this game. Of course, I have to just point out that both Meepo and Magnus are no longer banned in the draft, captain's draft, so they are available for this game. Last game, DPP actually banned out the Magnus, so maybe we're gonna see them picking it up this time. We have got the Bat Rider, Temper Assassin, Darkseer, and Naga Siren being banned out in this game. Naga Siren quite surprising, to be fair, because she wasn't even in the last game and she wasn't banned nor picked, I believe. So let's see what DPP is gonna do with this draft. I mean, Rubik on the other side is basically a fairly standard pickup, and you can't really say what they're gonna be doing with it, like, at all, because it can be anything. He can be a support, he can be a solo lane. I guess he can't really be all that useful in the jungle, but you know, he is good in all stages of the game, can fit in almost all kinds of lineups. It's a good one to have. And DPP is thinking hard about these first 2 picks. They are gonna go into their bonus time for this one, or for these 2, I should say. Let's see what they are going to be picking up with that. Tinker again, and Jakiro this time on their side. Last game they had the Rubik and they managed to steal the Macropyre at some point. But this time they are going to have the Jakiro, and they're going to make sure that the Rubik is not going to be able to steal the Macropyre. But to be fair, I mean, if you steal a spell on Rubik from the Jakiro, there's only one spell kinda that is not as good as the other 2, like Ice Path, Macropyre, but still the Dual Breath is definitely nice to have. It's still a 30% slow. So all good spells to steal. Tinker will be on the side of DPP again, so we're gonna see some pushes going on once more, as it's probably gonna be Lucky One again playing that hero. And we're gonna see what Infernity is gonna be answering that with. I mean, we still have the Tidehunter in the pool. I was gonna say Leshrac also if they want to go for that one, but Tidehunter, they didn't have any team fight in the previous game. In this game, they want to make sure that they have some, so they're gonna go for the Tidehunter. Team fight secured, and so far looking like the same lineup as DPP had in the previous game. And they're gonna go for Leshrac as well. So that is the Undying picked up by DPP. Last game they banned that one out, and this game they pick it up. So that is even more pushing coming. It's gonna be the Enigma banned out by Infernity. No real surprise there, as they don't want to get more pushing power / team fight on the side of DPP. We're gonna have a Pugna banned out by DPP themselves. Quite interesting to see. But he would of course be a counter to those heroes that like to spam out spells, and of course a great counter pusher as well because of that blast that you can just spam out. We have a Venomizer banned out on the side of Infernity. It's the support band out that can also push. A Broodmother band out on the side of DPP. And then the last ban incoming for Infernity. Is it gonna be a Shadow Shaman or something like that? They banned it out in the previous game. I would not be surprised if they ban it out again, purely because of the amount of push power that's already on DPP, and it's already very dangerous to face. If they do that though, if they go for a Shadow Shaman on the side of DPP, they would have like Undying, Jakiro, Shadow Shaman lane, I would guess, Tinker solo and another solo, so they won't have a jungle hero anymore. So maybe a Chen ban out would be better, just to make sure they can't have that early aggression, because what we see sometimes is an Undying in a tri lane, semi-tri lane, and with semi I mean like Chen still there, and those towers on that lane from the opponent team will go down very fast. It will be a lone druid that gets banned out by Infernity. So that's gonna be their last ban. Last ban incoming from DP will be a Bounty Hunter. Maybe we'll see a Klinks again, but this time on the side of DP. Of course, the counters to counter to that. We saw last game. We saw the Broodmother as well as the Bounty Hunter getting banned out by Infernity when they had picked up the Klinks. Let's see though. What does Infernity want to go for? I mean, all their 3 heroes are heroes that, like Rubik and Leshrac, and Tide. All three heroes could in theory be solo, could in theory be a support. It's just very versatile. So these last two picks will really define what kind of thing they want to go for here. As they need some... because in theory I don't think we're gonna see any one of these three heroes being a solo mid. So maybe they want to go for Queen of Pain again. Worked out okay-ish in the previous game. She did okay, but of course they didn't win that game, so I guess it wasn't that good. But I think it would fit in okay for this lineup for sure. And if they want to try to take team fights, maybe they want to go for a Chronosphere. Faces Void. Like then they have a tri lane with the Rubik and the Leshrac and the Faces Void. Tidehunter could go solo top and then something solo mid still. I mean, there's still a lot of heroes in that could complement this lineup, to be fair. They don't have that much time to think about it anymore because 15 seconds only left inside their bonus time. It's gonna be Windrunner, so that's gonna be their mid lane pick, maybe. Keeper of the Light on the side of DPP. I hope you're ready for some pushing because that will happen for sure. I'm curious to see what their last pickup is gonna be. Could be a long lane off lane. Or easy lane offlane even, because you might want to go for that aggressive trail with the Jakiro Undying and Keeper of the Light. Undying being the one to farm, Taro's getting pushed like no tomorrow, and a solo farmer could be basically anything, even anti-mage. Of course depends on what Infernity wants to pick up as their last hero here, and they don't have that much bonus time. As already said, 10 seconds is all they have left. Oh, Lifestealer again? Oh, I'm not quite sure what I think about that. Well, yeah, they have a lot of options about who's going mid, who's going solo long lane, but Lifestealer will probably be on a tri lane again. But Lifestealer, I mean, previous game he obviously didn't work out because of the lack of team fight, then maybe with the team fight now on the Tidehunter they are able to do it? It could be. And of course he can dodge the Keeper of the Light Illuminate with that rage, so that will be okay. But I guess we'll find out soon enough. I seem to remember the picture of Lifestealer being bigger on the top lane. Is that just me? Are the portraits on the top from the Dire bigger than the one on the Radiant? No. Because I thought I was going to be able to look inside the mouth of the Lifestealer earlier. I guess I'm just imagining things. Weird. Sorry. Last pickup coming in from DPP. Let's wait for that one. 30 seconds before they are getting a random hero, but I'm sure they're not going to let it come to that one, as of course even if they already know what hero they want to go for, they could just decide on who is going to go where, what are they expecting for the lanes for Infernity and stuff like that.
Faceless Void.
Wow, that was not the side I was expecting him on, but still some team fight for DPP. And of course Faceless Void, Chronosphere. The thing that they're gonna aim for is a Chronosphere with a Macropyre in it, with Illuminate going through, with Martian machines there, rockets flying. It is gonna be painful if they get it off, because that's the main thing about that lineup. They have to actually be able to get that combination off, which is not easy to do. We're waiting for Infernity to pick up their last hero so we can jump ourselves into the game. There we are. So we can see who is playing what, because we want to see that. We're going to jump ourselves over to DPP first, where we see Barida playing the Faceless Void. We see Kex playing the Keeper of the Light. Lucky One on the Tinker once again, no real surprise. Mus2k is going to be playing the Undying, and last but not least on the Dire side for DPP, standing in is Stock on the Jakiro. And that will make us come towards Infernity, who is on the Radiant side. We start off with seeing Igor. He is going to be on the Windrunner this game, so not on the Lifestealer. Lifestealer being played by Idefix, who was on the Klinks on the previous game. And he'll be going towards the top lane together with everybody. Easy lane will be held up for the Windrunner by the looks of it. We see Marie Jaina playing the Rubik this game. He'll be probably going towards that mid lane. Has already saved up a bit of gold, so he's going for that fast bottle. So it will be a solo mid Rubik. We have Leshrac played by Golek. He'll be playing the Leshrac as a support. And Watch Your 6 standing in for Infernity in this game. Already picked up a smoke. Playing the Tidehunter, and that is the last one closing the line. 4 heroes here on the top lane for Infernity, with now Rubik moving away. Let's see what these are going to do with the lanes here. We have got Jakiro counterwarding instantly. Jakiro is going to be helping out the Faceless Void on this top lane by the looks of it. I mean, you can harass people away from this ward, but it will still go down if you don't counterward the counterward. And the Shrek does not have the counterward there, so... oh well. We're going to have a Keeper of the Light who's going to be rotating top, or maybe just to place wards, could be. Tinker will be in the mid, that's no real surprise. There's a ward being placed by the Keeper of the Light. We'll have an Undying that could potentially be a solo bottom. I mean, it is possible. What? People that are watching, I am not drunk. I recently got accused that I am apparently missing stuff because I drink too much during casts. The stuff that I drink actually is not alcohol. It is just either water or Aquarius. Oh, product placement. Sue me. But it is not alcohol. I'm not drunk. So, just saying. Disclaimer. Anyway, focus on the game. Thank you. So we have a solo lane for the Undying. Up first, a solo lane on the Windrunner, which is actually pretty nice for him. I mean, normally he's just going to be able to stay alive against a tri-lane or dual lane regardless, because he's such a tanky hero. He can steal their strength and he is fairly hard to gank. But first, the Windrunner, that is actually him getting some nice farm there. So gotta keep an eye on this one. And if it turns into a dive, I mean, the Windrunner will still be there from the Windrunner, but only level 1, so... only level 1 for a while even, I think, so that will not be that long, and I'm not sure if Windrunner will be able to get away from that tombstone in time, as we have a pause coming out from the Rubik, who is in the middle lane. Rubik, who is 6 for 3 right now, with the Tinker being 3 for 1. So Rubik getting the better of these last hits so far. Of course, we saw these two fighting in the game number 1 in the mid lane as well, where in the end I think Lucky One, they were quite even. Lucky One, I think, got the better of it early on with Queen of Pain. Well, for the matchup that there were, Queen of Pain versus Tinker, Queen of Pain should have won, but it ended up even. That's basically what happened. So in that case, Lucky One definitely did good, as he's gonna land some lasers onto this Rubik, who is gonna be returning the favor with a Fade Bolt. But yeah, we're gonna see how these two heroes are holding up. I'm not expecting a first blood on that lane, unless someone's really messing up. I'm not expecting a first blood on this bottom lane either, unless someone's really messing up. But this top lane, this is where all the action should be happening. Tri-lane versus tri-lane. Jakiro has got his Ice Path skilled already. There is, of course, already a Rage and an Open Wounds up on Idefix, so he will be able to slow someone down very much, and, of course, able to get himself away if really needed. Leshrac expect his stun as the first one. It's going to be quite tricky for him to get that one off, because there's no stun to set it up for. Gush might be able to be the ability to do that best, and that is indeed the one that Tidehunter skilled here. But Illuminates coming through from the Keeper of the Light will make sure that everybody gets forced back again, and Faceless Void should be able to just farm. And they're actually going to be pushing this lane here, meaning that Barita is not going to be getting as much farm. That's the trap that you get as a Keeper of the Light. If you're going to continuously blast the opponent's line, then you push the lane out, obviously. You're also going to make sure that your carry is not getting as much farm as he might have, because right now he's missing out on a lot of farm here. And it is just one of those traps that you can fall in very easily, because it's so easy to just continue spamming that out, especially since you soon have infinite mana with that chakra magic. Let's see how this bottom lane is doing in the meantime. 12 for 5 up on the Windrunner, with the Undying being 11 for 6. Tinker in the meantime getting some harassment, but uses his bottle already to help himself. Also the bottle up on the Rubik, who got himself a regen rune, by the way. Laser doing a lot of damage, but the regen rune instantly activated. Fade Bolt going through. Just spam out those spells while you can. And actually the Rock has already made sure that the regeneration rune is not going to be doing anything anymore, but he still has a full bottle, of course, and Lucky One cannot say the same, even though the 4-minute rune is about to spawn. And we're going to jump ourselves back to the top lane. Illuminate gonna fly through again, this time only hitting on Watcher 6. That's the one that you gotta be doing. Harass the opponent, make sure they're not gonna be coming any close to the experience range, and just try to deny him that way without pushing the lane all too far, even though the lane is still getting pushed. And the creeps here will help out that the lane is gonna be pulled back just slightly again. But I'm switching back and forth because first blood has not happened yet. We're 4 minutes in the game, and even though it's not that long to go without a first blood, it's still, it's still quite impressive. Oh, deny. Why did he deny it? Telekinesis could have been there, I guess, but we're going to jump us out to the top lane where Keeper of Light gets some open wounds. Right clicks. First blood goes to the Rubik, though, who gets a kill still. Wow, why did this stuff happen at the same time? Can't they just do it one at a time? Keeper of Light, of course, still went down. I mean, no real surprise there, but it was Rubik that did a telekinesis. Oh, there he is. On the Tinker, who just denied that invisibility rune, and I was able to kill him off there as well with the amount of, well, he still had a full bottle when he started, I guess. And this was the first blood mid lane. It was Rubik killing off the Tinker. So Rubik gets the first blood bonus. Of course, Keeper of Light, the one to get picked off on the top lane, with the one to get the kill being the Tidehunter. So some nice amount of gold for him as he's then able to get his boots a bit faster. I mean, it's not that bad that you give your support that farm. Ooh, gank going on middle lane in the meantime. Telekinesis there. Gosh as well. The Shrek stun. Is it gonna hit? He's trying to hit it. Marching Machine is doing a lot of damage though. There's one more hit needed and it will get it. Rubik gets the last hit, but the tower gets the hit on the Shrek with Tinker being able to get the last hit, or at least get the gold from that one. Get the credit for that one. But what a kill being done there by DPP. Sorry, by Infernity. They made sure that they have a good gank setup, and of course they don't need to help out Idefix that much because he can just rage and run away if something is really bugging him. And he's got plenty of HP to stay alive, and he can of course eat his way out as well as he gets HP back from killing stuff. Let's track back onto this top lane though. The Tidehunter is level 2 right now, which is kind of sad I guess, but he got a kill, got an assist. He's not that sad. And let's see where he's gonna go when he's full on HP again. I mean, the thing about a tri-lane, and he is actually gonna go back to his tri-lane. The thing about that is that your supports that are on that tri-lane are not gonna be getting as much experience. We have Lifestealer that is on level 4, and he's of course up first to Faceless Void, that's on level 4 as well. But the supports, level 3 in Keeper of the Light, level 3 in Jakiro, and that is fairly nice. Level 3 in Shrek as well, but level 2 on the Tide, and this Tidehunter, it is so important to see levels up on that Tidehunter. He needs level 6. You pick a Tidehunter because you want to have a Ravage, but if you're not going to be having a Ravage, for which you need level 6, then, you know, you're stuck with a hero that, yeah, okay, his slow is nice, his Anchor Smash is nice, but you picked him for the Ravage, and you want to be able to have it, and if you don't have it, then that's just not something that you really want to be having. As we have again open wounds on Keeper of the Light. Ice Bat is gonna hit now, but is it gonna be in time? Shrek stun will still hit on the Keeper of the Light, or it does it. Shrek. Oh, Dual Breath rather. Faceless Void picking him up, and Keeper of the Light gonna be able to stay alive. Courier is also staying alive. Is Idefix gonna be just as lucky? Where's the Ice Bat? There's the Ice Bat, locks in too. They're gonna turn their heads to Tidehunter, taking a lot of damage here. Couple more right clicks needed. Open wounds there. Faceless Void still picks up the kill though, and that is Lifestealer getting away from that one. Illuminate bashing still. There's the Ice Bat once more. Right clicks will still happen, but there's not gonna be another kill anymore, or is there? Nah, this is not gonna kill him, is it? No. 36 HP. And there's Rubik coming in there. Fadebolt going through. He has got a double damage rune. Might be able to do some damage here as he is just running himself in there. It's going to be Barai that's going to have to look out there for the Illuminate. Ice Path is not going to be long enough. There's the Fadebolt going through, and that is the kill. He's stolen the March of the Machines, by the way, and he's not even used that yet as he already got himself a double kill. There comes the Tidehunter again as well, and this will be Tidehunter picking up the last kill of the 3 heroes that were on the top lane. Good kills for Infernity as they just lost, of course, a lot of heroes first, but they did manage to get more out of it with the Faceless Void going down. Of course, earlier Lifestealer was able to survive that one. In the meantime, bottom lane has still been added together. I mean, they haven't really left their lane. Oh, wait a second. Telekinesis, Tinker, open wounds there as well. Lifestealer leaving the lane. Margin Machine still going through, but it's not going to be doing anything anymore. Jakiro's Ice Path is going to be too late, and the Tinker takes a fall to Idefix, who decided to farm in mid lane rather now. But yeah, the Undying is where I wanted to watch. He is 33 for 15, picked up a Vanguard, 38 for 12 on the Windrunner. So both of these two heroes are getting decent farm. And the thing about an Undying, if he gets a good start, if he gets to be that tanky, he is going to be so hard to take down. He actually went Vanguard over anything else first. He doesn't have boots, doesn't have a magic stick or anything. He's just gone Vanguard and 3 tangos that he had, sorry, iron branches that he had from the start. Tinker march to the machines. It's always nice. Just harassment for now. Level 5 up on the Lifestealer. Tinker level 6. Tinker has got 260 gold. I'm actually gonna put it up to net worth already because there's been some kills back and forth. No towers down just yet though. But it's the Rubik that is highest up on farm here, with Barida being stuck here, getting a stun, but still be able to time-lapse himself away. Marching machines from the Rubik going through as well. And 3 versus 1 cannot kill that Faceless Void. That is level 7, by the way. He could have even used his Chronosphere if he thought it would be needed. Undying in the meantime, taking the kill of the Windrunner with Jakiro helping out. And that's going to be the start of his reign, I feel like. In the meantime, Keeper of the Light still falls on the top lane. I can't take my eyes off the top lane for a moment as something dies there. Leshrac picking up the last hit. And 1 for 1. It was, of course, only a support. And it's better than losing the Faceless Void, who hasn't died... well, has died only once now when the Rubik went on on a double kill. That's the only time that he died. Rubik actually has 1800 gold, so curious to see what he's going to be building with that one. Always interesting to see that, because there's a lot of different possibilities for that Rubik possible. Otherwise it wouldn't be called possibilities. With the armlet being built up by the Lifestealer as a second item, because the threads are already complete. Tinker picked up an invisibility rune. And we have 3 heroes on the bottom lane for the Dire team. Looks like they left their Faceless Void alone there for a second. As their tiered 1 tower is going to be pressured here by both Rubik and Leshrac, with the Tidehunter still hanging around. He is still level 5, by the way, no Ravage threatening just yet, but the Faceless Void cannot really farm there anymore. Picked up a health, Ring of Health. He's going to go for a Vanguard. Vanguard, no! Battle Fury. Oh, I'm messing stuff up a lot. I would understand why you think I would be drunk right now, but I'm not. But yeah, it's a Vanguard. No! Battle Fury, being built up by the Faceless Void. Wow, I know. It's hard remembering stuff. Windrunner, very low on HP. And this is the gank that of course went out. She is still alive though. It's gonna... Oh, I'm not sure why she's running back in there. Gonna land a shackle. That's something. TP incoming from the Leshrac, but the Illuminate still picked her off. And that is the Leshrac. Not gonna be able to do anything here anymore. It's actually just gonna run back. In the meantime, mid lane. Got a rockets flying, and that is Lifestealer just eating his way out of a group to stay alive, getting that extra HP back. As we have someone trying to help out. Rubik is ready to help out. Picked himself up a Blink Dagger, by the way, as well now. So let's see if he's going to be able to do something here. Tinker, very low on mana. Has still, of course, got the invisibility rune, so might be able to get away in time if the Rubik jumps in. And Tinker is actually going to go for the 12-minute rune now. The Shrek still hanging around on the bottom lane. TP incoming from the Windrunner back. Here comes the Ice Path. That's going to lock her in place. There's not that much mana left on the Undying, but he has got enough for a Tombstone in 15 seconds. And Tinker has decided to go for the Invisibility Rune and stack the Ancients. But I guess he did it a bit on the wrong timing, so they're not stacked. And that's going to be 4 heroes here on the bottom lane, with the rest of Infernity going towards the mid lane. They'll have 5 heroes here soon. And by the way, these 5 heroes are leaving this guy by himself. After that tier 1 tower went down, he's having free reign here to farm. And it looks like they're going to be exchanging a tower. The only difference is it's going to be 5 taking down this tower and 4 taking down this tower. As there's an obvious change in who's taking which tower faster. Of course, with Leshrac also on the side of Infernity, that's going to be taking tower very fast. In the meantime, Fortification up on the Radiant side. They might not even get this tower before they're forced to TP out. Lucky One does not have Boots of Travel yet. I do think it's in the Courier. No, it's a Soul Ring first. And the tower will be taken down, but no TP up on the Tinker. Undying has no TP. The heroes that did have TP, Keeper of the Light, probably the most important one, together with the Jakiro, able to force them back, and it looks like they have set their eyes on this Faceless Void. 4 heroes of Infernity on their way towards the top lane, and let's see what they can do with that. They can blink in, telekinesis, they still don't have a Ravage, but they can follow up with a Leshrac stun. But for that all to happen, they need to have a target. And Faceless Void actually TP'd himself out. I don't blame him. Is going to be getting himself out and is going to be continuing his farm. Is he going to steal the farm from the Tinker? Blasphemy, it looks like he might be. Bash on the first hit. Of course he is. It looks like Lucky One is going to be the one to pick up the farm. Nope, nope. Barida steals one. Gold graph in the meantime in favor of Infernity. I mean, they are 1 tower ahead. They're 2,500 gold ahead. There's also, of course, 3 kills. And well, that Rubik is basically the reason for for the rest of the gold that they still have, because Rubik has been doing very good. He's not died yet. He's got 4 kills. He's been in 7 out of the 8 kills so far. So great involvement rate for him, making stuff happen all around the map, and doing a good job overall. Experience graph in the meantime also in their favor. It is, of course, they got most kills. That is what you get experience from, so no real surprise there. And then we're gonna see them sticking around still, and still! Oh, what's your 6 turned level 6? Maybe his name is like a hint. And now he's level 6, we have to watch out for 6. Never mind, it's stupid. Stupid joke. I'm sorry. But yeah, he has a rabbit, so the team fight is there. At the same time, if they're gonna be trying to take a team fight, and Marida is around there will be a jump in and a chronosphere. So I'm not sure how far they can get, as we have got a team fight being set up there by Infernity. They want to be here on this bottom lane. They have 4 heroes here now. Only Windrunner not being here. It's going to be Undyne that's going to be the target. Open Wounds will hit first. There's a Tombstone helping out. Ice Bat's going to land on nothing, but they're going to come in from 2 sides. In the meantime, Faceless Void is going to be able to back out. Still 4 heroes around here. They're not going to be able to find anybody, especially not now that they've revealed that they are with 4. Even 5 soon, as they probably noticed, as DPP probably noticed, that Windrunner left her lane. And yeah, that's gonna make sure that, or gonna mean that they are indeed not gonna be going for any kind of fight here on this bottom lane. Just gonna wait until they're gone. We have a pipe being built up by the Undying. We have got the arcane boots already up on him, so he can spam out his stuff as much as he wants. And Armlet was completed on the lifesteal. Let's see what the rest is building. We have Mana Boots up on the tide. Leshrac has got an urn. And has got himself a magic stick, or magic wand I should say, because that one is complete. Blink Dagger is the only thing that Rubik still has, but I do think that he has something on a donkey. And that will be indeed a Staff of Wizardry, and that is it.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, that is it. Meantime, top lane is going to be Igor finding Tinker. Power shot needed, and he will get that kill. Windrunner getting the advantage over a Tinker that does still not have his boots of travel. In the meantime, bottom lane, Undying going down to the Lifestealer, this time not able to put up the Tombstone. And Rasmus's gonna go on the tier 2 tower. We still have Faceless Void sitting around there waiting for a Chronosphere. It's not going to be happening anytime soon because the rest of Infernity is going to be backing out. Idefix is going to just pull the creep wave back and jumping into a dire creep because he can. Illuminate will strip. Oh, actually no, that's on the wrong side. Now he will jump out in safety again. And they're still gonna be here, still gonna be sticking around here. This could be a 3-man, not anymore. It could have been a 3-man Chronosphere. This is of course the guy that they don't want to go in, and he has to be in the Chronosphere if there's gonna be a Chronosphere. Open Wounds in the meantime, finds Jakiro, telekinesis up on the Keeper of the Light who's trying to get himself away, and that's the Chronosphere. Catches 3. It's gonna be Rubik that will go down first. Tidehunter will still land his Ravage, but will go down second. Illuminate goes through. Lifestealer on the run, and that's gonna be Leshrac also already on the run. TP out on Rachel. Lifestealer will be fine. Leshrac very low on life, should be fine as well. Oh, Lifestealer did not complete his TP. Undying picks up the kill, and that's gonna be his hood complete. And that's going to be 3-4-0 on the side of DPP, as in favor of DPP. I mean, they still lose their tier 1 tower, but that is a small price to pay of making sure that Infernity is not going to try that anytime soon again, because that's of course part of the mind game. Because on paper, Infernity definitely has that team fight with the Ravage there. But right now they'll think twice about going in before they know where that Faceless Void is, because that Chronosphere just made sure that they couldn't go in on anything else anymore. Haste Rune up on the Rubik, telekinesis there. Ice Bat will make sure they can't chase that. Lucky One will still go down though. Windrunner getting another kill, but the Macropyre gets stolen. Shackle doesn't latch. There's the Macropyre again. Right clicks. Ice Bat will still be there though, but yeah. One Fade Bolt. Wait a second. This is going well, isn't it? There we go. But yeah, Rubik. He died only once now. That was the time in the Chronosphere. He's still been in 10 out of the 12 kills, so still doing a pretty impressive job. Pause! Why couldn't they pause when I was drinking stuff? Or when I was choking? And in case people from the VOD or people that didn't watch the first game are wondering why people, when there's a pause, say sister or sister again, is because in game number 1 there was a pause coming off from Infernity Igor. Is this Igor? Yes. And he had to carry stuff for his sister, and there was a pause for about, what was it, 5 minutes or so, because something that Igor could carry could not be carried by the sister, and he needed his help. So we never found out what it was, by the way. That's a bit of a shame, isn't it? Anyway, that's why people are asking that kind of stuff. As we're gonna have a re-go. We're gonna look at the gold graph real quick. We see 3k gold in favor of Infernity. They have, of course, still got the majority of the towers and the kills. Experience graph, though, shows something different, especially after the last team fight, where, oh, wait a second, Watch Your 6 gonna get bashed here another time. Barida wanting to get him. We have got Undying in a lot of trouble, though. He should be fine, though. He can still turn on his golem form if he wants to. With Watch Your 6 still being forced out there. Still doesn't have a Ravage up, by the way. Still on cooldown, and looks like they're gonna be forced away from that tier 1 tower. We still have a Barida chasing down Watch Your 6. He's pretty tanky, Tidehunter. But that was a rocket from Tinker just making me sure, like, okay, maybe it's just Barida that doesn't have that much damage yet. Because he picked up a Vanguard first. Leshrac still goes down towards to the Undying, though. And that was the decay being stolen by the Rubik. Barida looking for a target. And he's gonna find a Fate Bolt from Regina, and that's actually the Chronosphere. They want to take down this Rubik. Let's see if they're gonna be able to do that. Ice Path gonna hit as well. Right clicks, one more needed, and that is a dual breath getting the kill. Nice job there, as the Tinker laid down some Martian machines because he can. Still hasn't got his boots to travel. And by the way, this faceless Void picked himself up a Vanguard and a Hand of Midas, indicating this game is gonna last long, and he doesn't want a Battle Fury, because that is what I thought at first that he was gonna go for. But going for a Vanguard and for the Hand of Midas just means, like, okay, you know what? I'm okay with being in team fights. I just want to be able to stay alive, and I'm gonna be picking up some extra golden experience in the jungle. And to make that item worth the gold that it costs, you do need to get some extra, well, game time, as in the games you need to already think that you're going to be using it long enough, so the game is not going to be over anytime soon. Yeah, when you pick it up. Mechanism being built up by the Jakiro. Let's see how the mechanism is faring on the Windrun, and that is actually just complete, so nice job there. Getting that before the other team, which is of course that item is on both teams so very useful, because on one team you have the Ravage that you're gonna have to live through. After the Ravage, having a mechanism will mean that the Ravage damage is basically not there anymore. So good one to have there. As of course for the other side, it's the same thing. It goes for the Chronosphere. Just make sure that, you know, the damage that you get in the Chronosphere, if you don't die from it, same as from the Macropyre and the Ice Path and everything, you need that initial burst damage. You need to be staying alive. As for the Radiant side, I would also recommend them getting a pipe, because that just means that the Illuminate from the Keeper of Light, when it gets level 4, is not going to be doing that much anymore. Blink in. March of the Machine stolen by the Rubik. Rockets will fly. Harassment only now. Ward there up on the higher ground now got spotted, though, because that rocket flew up to the higher ground and they did not know it was there before. Well, they did not have any vision there by any other means. Mechanism being used, no more rocket damage being seen. Smoke up. And then we started drawing on the minimap. They want to go that way, and they want to go to this guy from around the corner. My arrows are amazing. As the Lifestealer popped his rage for a random reason, and here comes the help. Smoke up still. Will there be a shackle? There will be a shackle, but it doesn't latch. The Shrek said also not gonna happen. Telekinesis there, TP incoming from, and the Jakiro will be able to help out if something would have gone down. But it looks like there's not going to be anything going down just yet. Tidehunter has his Ravage back up, and they are indeed sticking with 5 on this bottom lane. They want to get this tier 2 tower. Illuminate, gonna go through, still level 2 only, but we'll still do what's necessary. Push the lane back. Make sure that those creeps are no longer banging at that tower. And Rubik already thinks, you know what, guys, I'm just gonna go top to defend our tier 1 tower there. Chronosphere, faces Void, gonna be bashing on the tower. Fortification still goes through. TP incoming from the Windrun, and Telekinesis there on Barida. Another Chronosphere, because it's got stolen, but Barida can move inside the Chronosphere, so all that he did was locked back his teammate that had the lifestealer in him as well, but Raida should still be going down. No more mana for anything, and there's the blinker. Rubik gets the last hit. I don't think that Rubik read the patch notes all too well with now being having the Faceless Void being able to move around in his own chronosphere, even if it gets stolen. I mean, it makes sense. He is, of course, a Faceless Void. He is the time breaker, the time bender. So if he's not going to be able to walk around in chronospheres, then that would be a bit awkward. Lore-wise, Shackle, Latches, Tinker. Leshrac don't follow it up. Edict going through as well. Lucky one cannot get away. Leshrac picks up the kill, who's very low by the way, but there's nobody to pick him up right now with 4 heroes on the bottom lane from DPP. Sorry, I cannot count. It is 3 heroes on the bottom lane for DPP, and it looks like they're gonna try to push because they can, because nobody is defending it. And I say no, but Lifestealer is standing around the corner just waiting for someone to TP in to go in. Actually, what is the jockey bringing? It's gonna be a Basher. Basher up for the Lifestealer. Nice one to have. Straight off the bat. TP incoming in. Here they go. Open wounds. Undying gets found. Rabbit gets used. It's on both there. Undying will be the first one to go down. TP out from Jakiro. He cancels it. Ice Bath being used. Dual Breath being used. But he is locked in with 4 and he will go down. Dual Breath being stolen by the Rubik now for further use. But that is 2 for 0 and very quick kills with the Rouge being used. I'm not even sure if that was needed. Faceless Void picking up a Maelstrom. No, still no Battle Fury. Maybe he doesn't want to go for a Battle Fury. It's getting a bit late to go for a Battle Fury regardless. So maybe this is just the one that he wants to have. In the meantime, Roshan is going to be taken down by the Radiant side, or at least attempted to be taken down. There's no wards here for the Dire side to scout it out. Now there are wards for the Dire side all over their own jungle so that they can free farm there. But this Roshan, they have no clue that this is going on. Maybe this Keeper of the Light knows, and yes, he does. I don't think they will be in time though to do something about that. Actually, the TPs are gonna go out. They're gonna try and go for it. Here comes the Undying. There comes the Faceless Void. They have got the Chronosphere if they want it. If they get it. Illuminate going through once more, but the back off is there. Sentry Ward being placed just in case. Oh, this could have been a big Chronosphere right there. But he didn't dare it. It's up the high ground. He doesn't have vision. And they're gonna themselves. Martian Machines will make sure that the Radiant team will be thinking twice about going in. And Roshan does not stand a chance against those bashes. Faceless Void will pick up the Aegis. Let's see if they're gonna try to take a team fight with it instantly, or if they're just gonna back off and continue their farming. Looks like it's gonna be the latter. And they are going to be continuing going back to farming. And that's just the power of the Marching Machines. If it wasn't, well, and the threat of the Chronosphere perhaps, and the Ravage being off cooldown. But just a team fight being on the way of DPP makes sure that Infernity gets forced out of the Roshan pit and cannot go back in. Shackle, Telekinesis, Undying, Blinding Light helping out, so he won't get picked off just yet. Lucky there. 3 versus 1. 3 versus 3 I should say, with the other 2 of DPP standing around there. In this game, we see the 2 highest up on net worth is the Undying and the Faceless Void, so DPP looking good. At the other team, we do have 3 people being as high as them, though, or at least almost as high with the Lifestealer, as well as the Rubik being high up there. With, of course, this Lifestealer. I mean, he's got an Armament and a Basher. That should not be underestimated. And if he also now gets a Mjolnir, which I'm hoping he does, because I like Mjolnirs, then there will be no end to all the Bashers that can come out from this guy. Especially now that he rages, and also it's like very fast attacks. 4 staff being built on the Windrunner. Better late than never. Has got himself some 4 staff or face boots already, and of course we already saw the mechanism. We already saw the 4 staff. We already saw the blink dagger up on the Rubik, but now also got the 4 staff and will be telekinesing Tinker here, who's gonna try to do something. TP's gonna come out to help out, but Luckymon's still taking a lot of damage there. And is there gonna be lasers, rockets, one more hit needed? No! Stick charges, and it is Rubik that dies. Tinker that stays alive. And that is the buckler. It is the buckler armor bonus that I will credit for this one. Even though it might not be that big, but yeah, nice job there. He doesn't even have stick charges, so yeah, Soul Ring being Blink Dagger being purchased by the Tinker there, as we have the Chronosphere catching out the Windrunner and gonna be killed up by the Undying. Blinding Light puts the Tidehunter inside the Chronosphere for a second, but then it vanishes. Ravage still being used. Undying picks off the Tidehunter, and it's gonna be Leshrac that's gonna be trying to get away. Lifestealer still doing what he can, but he jumps inside a ranged creep, or inside a dire creep I should say, and will be staying alive for now. Where did he go? Yeah, there he still is there. Oh, there he gets found. Is it gonna be more to chase him down? He still has a rage. Ice Bath, not gonna hit. Rage is there. TP in from the Tinker. He doesn't have anything to stop him though. Blink away from the Rubik instantly as soon as he TPs in. Fatebolt will go through. March of the Machines still trying to do what they can to make sure nobody's gonna chase that. So maybe they can pick up a tower. This is the last tier 1 tower still standing on the side of Infinity, and it does look like they will be able to get it. What did Rubik just steal there? I guess, oh, it was the soul rip, so extra heal for them. And Tinker's gonna TP himself out of there again. And DPP looking to be taking the lead. I mean, they were behind on kills for a very long time, but now with the fights that they have been taking, it shows that they are a bit more in the advantage, even if it was only for the mind game, because Infinity actually backs off when they are incoming, rather than deciding to take the fight. And with the Ravage being used again without winning an entire team fight is not really ideal. And Tidehunter dropped there, of course, as well, and he will have to wait again 70 seconds before his Ravage is back up again. Still, it's the towers that are in favor of Infinity, and they're still getting pressure up on these towers. I mean, this tower only 300 HP left. Top tower and bottom tower are still okay-ish though, but the pressure is definitely there, especially with both Windrunner and Rubik. Fatebolt Power Shot will clear out Quick Wave so fast, so the Tinker has to be really busy with only pushing out these lanes. 1100 gold up on him again, as I'm hoping to see a sheep stick up on him shortly. We've got the Hyperstone completed on the face of Volt, Mjolnir on the way. Rockets will fly, hits on 2, nice shackle though, but they're not going to be chasing that one because support coming in. 4 versus 3, not a very fair fight. And Keeper of the Light. I'm quite surprised he doesn't have more items than this. Of course, that is only for the good, because that means that Keeper of the Light has done a good job making sure that he's not stealing that far from his carry. Oh, Telekinesis blink in. There's a stun. Also hits on the Undying. Ice Bat's still there though. Shackle not latching. Igor taking some slows from the Tombstone that got placed here. Open wounds upon the Undying. Here comes Variety. He does have a Chronosphere if he wants to. He wants to. The Shrek stun still hitting from the side though. Power shot still going through. Everybody from the Radiant running into that Chronosphere. And that is a nice Ravage. It is the Undying that will go down. Idefix still goes down as well, so they do get that one. Variety not done just yet. Wants to go for the Tidehunter. Lightning's going. Ice Bath hitting. Shackle does not latch. Dual Breath going down. The Shrek stun not hitting. Watcher 6 still not dead. Still getting harassed. Still alive. Illuminate will not get him either. Ice Bath landing again, not hitting. Well, Igor just running right into that one. And Variety, there he goes again with the blinker from the Tinker. A heal on the Faceless Void from the Undying, who got back into this game real fast. As I'm wondering if he bought back or not, which he probably did. Yes, he did. Making sure that his team was not going to lose a team fight. And they're going to be taking down, finally, this tier 1 tower. The tower that they've been looking at for a long time. And now finally are going to be able to pick up. And it will be the Faceless Void that picks up the tower gold. 1500 gold for him, and the Mjolnir is complete. Nice job for DPP, as their carry is starting to look pretty dangerous with the lifestealer. He still was able to do a lot of stuff before he actually went down, but he still went down, which is of course the key point here. And Rubik, what did he steal? March of the Machines versus March of the Machines. What can I say about that? Rockets will fly. Lifestealer on Warpath, looking for a target. Where are those open wounds? Oh, actually he finds 130 gold just sitting right there. Bam. In the pocket. Picked himself up a Hyperstone, by the way, so maybe Mjolnir's still on the corner, around the corner, unless he rather wants to go for a more defensive item to stay alive longer, like the Assault Cuirass or something. I wouldn't blame him for that, even though I would like to see Mjolnir. But since there's already Mjolnir on the Faceless Void, I am already happy. Let's see. Wow. This is the gold graph. It is plummeted towards favor of DPP. Now, having said that, it's still only 4k, which is really not that much. So it has to be taken into... Oh. It's still only 5.5k, which is really not that much. So, it's not, you know, taken into account there. There, the update was nice. Experience graph says a bit more. I mean, it's just a way bigger drop. It just dropped almost 10k with 2-ish team fights. It was one team fight and then one team fight, as you can see. Wait a moment, and then some more kills. So it is a DPP that is indeed pulling ahead of this game. showing who's boss with those chronospheres, with just being able to stay in the fights for so long. And the buyback of the Undying, so important. Yes, he got picked off, but he was the one that had all the hate from the opponent team as the first target, and he is such a tanky hero, and if he then buys back, you're not going to be able to kill him again. So yeah, and you know, the rest of the team was already half dead by then, and he was just able to heal his own team with that soul rip. So that, you know, it's just DPP able to stay in those fights for as long as they need to, and Infernity not able to do the same thing. They don't have that healing ability unless Rubik steals it. In the meantime, Rubik, let's see, 2100 gold up on him. Would like to see a sheepstick. Whoa, that looked weird. He had like a light beam out of his head. Awkward. But yeah, still has the March of the Machines. Of course, without that rearm, it's a bit less powerful than a Tinker. I mean, rearm is just so overpowered. And Tinker isn't he going for that sheepstick as he did in game number 1. 2700 gold up on the Lifestealer. We have the Tidehunter. Is he still going for a Vanguard? Which is would be a pretty late Vanguard, but he could be going for it. And if he does, he can already get it now at the side shop if he wants to. As we see some pretty interesting drawings from Watcher 6 on the minimap. Let's see if he's gonna go for that. No. He's just gonna wait. This is a trap being set up, but there's nobody falling in it just yet. Maybe Jakiro will. The dragon being chased down by dragons. But no, I don't think so. More drawings being drawn on the minimap. As drawings are often drawn. Otherwise there wouldn't be drawings. And Ghost Scepter up on Keeper of the Light. It looks like they're gonna be going for a smoke on DPP. There we go. Let's see what these people are going for. Undying picked up another vitality booster because he didn't find himself tanky enough. We have Faces Void going for an MKB. Look at these drawings. They make no sense. Oh, Chronosphere. Hello, Idefix. Rabbit's being used. Steel Dollar. Shraxon also hitting. Anchor Smash. Gushin. Ice Path there. And now Lifestealer still goes down. Faces Void picking him up. Watcher 6 gonna be the next target. Cannot go anywhere. Rockets will fly. Keeper of Light picks up the last hit. Chronosphere got stolen. But here comes the Faces Void. Looking for a target. Finds it in the Rubik. And just has 7 seconds before his next time lapse. But Rubik, he is so mobile, he will be able to blink away, and he is gonna blink away. Let's see, Windrunner is gonna be as lucky. Time lapse there, and I mean, yeah, he's force staffing himself up the high ground. And Tinker, oh, he's chasing, no, he's just blinking afterwards. Oh, hello, finding 2, getting shackled, not what he was looking for. And that's gonna be the Tinker going down. Rubik, yeah, Windrunner actually picking up the last hit, but Rubik still stealing March of the Machines once more. Ice Path still hitting up on Igor. We still have a rider around here now. The rest of DPP was able to find them as well after being freed from the Chronosphere, from the Rubik. Illuminate gonna go through. Something else got stolen. Got tired of the March of the Machines and now picks up Soul Rip again. So a nice heal that his team definitely needs in those team fights. Igor looking for a shackle, cannot find it yet anymore. No, is they're gonna go backing off Roshan up in the meantime again. So we'll be probably going towards DPP next time again, because they just if Infernity can take Roshan without DPP being aware of it, fine. But as soon as DPP is aware of it, they will challenge it, and I do think they will get out ahead of there purely because of their lineup. Depending if the Tinker is still alive then though. And that is indeed Tidehunter picking up a Vanguard, still completing that one. Quite surprised he didn't do that earlier. But Vanguard's still the item up on the Tidehunter, something that we don't see every day. And as long as he doesn't get more than 2 inside his Kraken Shell, I mean, it's a bit of a waste at some point. The higher levels you get, the more of a waste. But level 2 Kraken Shell is actually about the same as the Vanguard, I believe, I've been told. Based on block and stuff. But at level 2 it is the Kraken Shell that gets the head of the block. I don't really know how it works. It's just odd item to see that so late up on a Tidehunter, as normally it wouldn't be picked up this late. Blinking Rubik finds the Keeper of the Light, who goes down so fast. Rubik stole the Illuminate. Nice one to have for sure. And they're gonna try to find more. Roshan is gonna be backing out inside his pit again. Watcher 6 looking for a Ravage, finds himself almighty with 4-man Chronosphere, Macropire, Breath, Ice Path, and that is an ultra kill. Barida It is a massacre, this one for sure. Lifestealer looking for a target to still do something, but the rest of his team is already gone, and he will be next. It is a team wipe. Infernity able to pick off every single hero with this guy, his Chronosphere, catching out 4 heroes, killing off all 4s. I said it at the start of the game. The team fight that they were going to try to get was a Chronosphere with a Macropyre, Ice Path, Illuminate, March on the Machines. And that is exactly what happened. DPP made sure that they got that fight, and they got everybody. 4-man Chronosphere, and then also getting the perfect combination of that. And they don't even go for Roshan, which they could have gone for. No, they go for the tier 3 Barida heading first. There's still a Ravage, of course, up on the Tidehunter, so we might see it still being used, but he has to wait for the rest of his team, because without the Lifestealer, he can't really do that much. Lifestealer is still the one with the highest farm up on the Radiant side. Marching Machine still going on, the Shreks on as well, and one more hit needed up on the tower. It's gonna go for a deny though. One more hit? No? They're not gonna be denying it. And there's gonna be a TP interrupted. Nice shackle. Power shot will go through. Fate Bolt as well. Telekinesis. Tinker. Stuns up. There's a Ravage. Hits on 2. Barida. Lucky one. There's a Macropyre once more. Barida time-lapsing himself out. Tidehunter being locked inside the Ice Path. Will try to do something. He's very low on HP though. Rubik just blinking in there, not what he was looking for, as Tidehunter still drops there. And right now it's getting turned around again. Illuminate going through. Igor taking a lot of damage, trying to run himself around. Idefix taking a lot of damage from that Phases Void, who did manage to finish off his Monkey King Bar. And there goes another team wipe. And I would not be surprised, there we go, to see the GG called, because having 2 team wipes in a row, 5 for 0, and then again 5 for 0, is indeed a clear sign that DPP has the right to the victory here, and they do take 2 victories over Infernity, which will mean that they will get 2 points over this encounter, because it's of course a league system, so everybody face each other twice, and at the end of the season the team with the most points wins. So DPP looking good, as I do believe they have a solid amount of points already. They don't have a very easy group to be in though, like with M5, even though they already beat M5, but they also have Pulse, for example. But yeah, they are looking good. So good fights for DP all around. Thank you for watching. My name is Sheever. This was a GosuLeague match, Division 2. If you want to find out more about GosuLeague, you can go to gosugamers.net/Dota2. And on the right side of the page you'll find all the information on, well, you can click on a link that says GosuLeague Season 4, and then you find all the information that you're looking for. So I'm a GosuGamers caster. If you want to support me, please subscribe to my YouTube. I'm trying to go for 5k subscriptions, and the YouTube link is youtube.com/SheeverGaming. So that would be very much appreciated if you're willing to subscribe there. And yeah, let's jump ourselves out of the game and see if you want to still see a match that I'm maybe gonna replay cast. Be right back, stay tuned.